Well, hello everyone. Coach Brenda Kelly here coming to you. I want to come to you today and ask you a question. Are you thriving or are you just surviving? You know, there are so many people that are walking around half, living a little bit, but not really living. They're walking around and they have no thoughts about what they want to do in their lives. They have no thoughts about where they're going. What is the plan for them? What do I have a plan? Do I have anything that I really focus in on concerning my life? They are just walking around on autopilot. And so I want to ask you today, are you thriving or are you just surviving? There's a scripture in Jeremiah 29:11 that says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord." It says plans for welfare and not for calamity, to give you a future and a hope. So the Lord is letting us know, I already have a plan for you. I already have things set up for you. It is up to us to make that decision that I am going to walk according to God's plan. I'm going to seek Him to find out what exactly it is that He wants for my life. Not only in your day-to-day relationships, but in your relationships, in your physical health, in your emotional health. God has a plan for you. And then there's a scripture in Psalm 16:11 that says, "You will make known to me the path of life. In your presence, there is fullness of joy." In His presence, there is fullness of joy. And in your right hand, there are pleasures forevermore. So when you are in the presence of the Lord, when you are spending time with Him, when you have a relationship with God, He will lead you, He will guide you along the way. You don't have to do this on your own. You don't have to try to figure it out on your own. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is helping people to really think about where they're going in their lives, not just working a job, not just doing life, taking care of your children, and not really being present in the moment with what you're doing. That is so key to your day-to-day life, because we can walk around, we can live this life and not even be present with our families. There's so much, even on social media, where people are eating or they're doing things, but they have to take the pictures so everybody sees what's going on, instead of being present in the moment of what you're doing. It is so key. And so when it says here that you will make known, God will make known the path that He has for you. He already has a plan for you, and it's up to us to start looking in a way that we find that path, we find that groove, we find that flow that God has for us. How do you do it? Spending time with Him, seeking Him with our whole heart, not seeking Him just when we need something, but with everything that's in us, seeking God, seeking to know Him, seeking to know His will for our lives. One of the things that I really focus on is health and wellness, really encouraging people to really focus in on taking care of themselves, because it's so important. It's important that you know how your body is supposed to function. It's important to know the best foods to go in your body. I always encourage people to really pay attention when you're eating, what you're eating, what you're putting into your body. Pay attention to how that affects your body. Pay attention to how you feel when you eat certain foods, because your body will let you know what's going on. So one of the things with surviving or thriving, one of the things I want to focus on is your health. Really thriving in your health. How do you thrive in taking care of yourselves and in treating your body and doing the things that you need to do for a healthy body? Number one is a balanced diet. Eating a balanced diet, eating a variety of nutrient-rich foods, really focusing in. Now, of course, this is a holiday season, but really focusing in on eating nutrient-rich foods, including fruits, vegetables, proteins, whole grains, healthy fats. All of these are nutrient-rich foods. They're foods that are going to really ignite something in your body. They're foods that are not going to weigh you down. You know, when you focus in on processed foods, then that's bringing you down. That's causing you to be sluggish. But limiting processed foods, limiting sugary foods and excessive amounts of caffeine or alcohol, really cutting down on those things and eating things that are hydrating to your body, staying hydrated, drinking your water, cutting out sodas. All of these things are things that will help you and will allow you to thrive in your health. Number 2 is regular exercise, incorporating cardiovascular as well as strength training into your life. I try to do at least some walking. I do a little running, do some strength training. I do stretching. Whatever you love to do, you can bike. Whatever you love to do, do those things to really get your body moving. Next, adequate sleep. A lot of people, they don't focus on their sleep, but it is imperative that you get your sleep. Getting your sleep in, taking out time, even if you don't go right to sleep, just laying down and resting your body. It's important to do that. Creating a bedtime routine, you know, so that you are going to bed. You are creating that, turning off the laptop, turning off your phone, and setting your clock and spending that time to wind down. Sometimes I'll listen to music, some Christian lo-fi music, just to relax me before I sleep. But it is so important to get your sleep. Another thing is stress management. Anything that is causing you stress, anything that is keeping you from really relaxing, I encourage you to meditate, to really sit down. You know, the scripture says, be still and know that I am God. Just sitting down and just sitting still, being quiet, being in the moment. You know, a lot of times in the evening, just to sit back and think about, what did I do today? Because a lot of times we go, and then it's time for bed and we don't know what happened. So really sitting down and thinking about what this day was like. What did I do? What did I learn? How did I grow? Who did I help? You know, thinking about the things that are important. So really focusing in on stress management. Another thing as far as stress management is concerned, learning to say no. No is no. You know, one of my friends, I had an event that I was going to go to, and she said, well, if you don't want to go, just tell them, you know, coming up with an excuse. And I said, no, if I don't want to go, I'm just going to say I cannot make it. I don't have to have an excuse. I'm not going to make something up, but learn to say no. No is no. And it's okay for you to say no and not even have a reason for it. But if it's too much on your plate, learn to take some things off of your plate and say no. And the last thing that I would say is social connection. Really focusing in on building your social connection. You know, I'm not telling you to fill your life with people, but I'm telling you to have some people that you can relate to, that you know that you're connected to spend time with. Make an appointment with one another, maybe a lunch, going out for lunch, but do something. Don't isolate yourself. And a lot of people, especially during the pandemic and beyond, have gotten to the point where they isolate themselves. And now they don't have a desire to do anything. They stay in their home. I'm working from home. I'm doing everything from home. But we need one another. We need those social connections. We need people that we can engage with. We need positive relationships from family or friends. And it doesn't have to be family. It can be friends. sisters, connections. I call the ones that I'm connected to, they're like a sister to me, because when we get together, we bond and we encourage one another. So I encourage you to do something, connect with someone, have a few people that you connect with, that you can talk to, that you can bounce off of. Because if all you hear is your voice, all you hear is what you're saying to yourself, nobody else's voice. When somebody else says something, when you've isolated yourself, it makes it hard to really hear somebody else and some ideas that may be good for you. So I encourage you to really remember changing your lifestyle. You want to go from surviving, just making it, to thriving in your life. One of the things that I'm planning to do in 2024 is not waiting until 2024 to get started, but I am starting now. I encourage you, get you a planner. This planner I have is 2023 and 24, but get you a planner and start writing down what you want to do in this new year. Don't wait, but what are some things concerning relationships? The relationships that you have, the family, if you have family that you're not connecting with, or friends that you want to connect with, that you need to follow up with, that last year you did not follow up with, that you stayed to yourself, or, just really get the relationships in order. And then your health. How did you do with your health? Did you do your mammogram if you're a woman? Did you get your the pap smear done? Did you get your labs done for the year, your yearly labs? Did you go to the dentist and get your teeth cleaned twice in the year at least? Think about all the different things that you should do to take care of your body and start getting those things done. Write them down and prepare to get those things done in 2024. Don't slack on taking care of your body. Anything that you feel, if there's any kind of situation going on in your body and you know it, don't ignore it. That's my big thing for 2024. Don't ignore it. Move forward, get it checked out, and know what's going on in your body. So these are some things that I encourage you to do. Don't just survive. I want you to thrive in 2024. And I'm going to be talking more about living a thriving life. All right. Have an amazing rest of your day. This is Coach Brenda, and I will be back. Take care.